Welcome to another episode of Will It Work? I'm Kevin. Today we're looking at the TurboExpress from NEC, which is basically the handheld version of the TurboGrafx 16. Now, these are, they were fairly expensive when they first came out, and they weren't purchased in big numbers. I think, as I recall, they were something like a $500 handheld back in the early '90s, where or maybe even late '80s, but very much out of the market for most people to purchase something like this. But it did allow you the full TurboGrafx experience minus the CD, and I'm sure there's probably mods for it. It has it has, but it doesn't really work anymore. TV out plug, TV tuner, and you could have an antenna and watch television on it. But of course, now we have digital TV, and that sort of stuff doesn't work anymore. It takes 6 AA batteries that probably burn out after a couple hours of use. This is a multi-cart. There may be nothing on it. I haven't looked at it. And you have a volume, brightness, headphone, charger or adapter, power on, and you slide the card in here. As typical, you have the rapid fire selector switches, select run, 2 buttons, and the D-pad. This unit needs to be refurbished. It works, but I have not been able to get sound out of it, and even when I plug in the headphones, the sound does not come out. I have never opened it up. I don't think anyone ever has, so I don't think there's anything physically wrong with it on the inside. It just probably needs to be recapped, and or some other circuit is probably blown. As well as the game itself, when you do have a game in here, tends to take a while to actually warm up and start playing and letting you do anything. So I do have a hue card of Vigilante. So it's so funny, these are games, It's like, where's the microchip? It's so weird. I used to think that when I was a kid. It's like, how is this a game? Like, there's nothing. It's just a piece of plastic with some circuits up here. It's like, how does this work? So I tried putting the multi-card in, but it might need more power than this thing's going to give it. So let me, but it also could just be that it's not warmed up enough yet. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm just saying, like, this particular turbo, yeah, it just needs to warm up. And it's not the only system I've had that has this weird problem. Some of these systems just get old, and I think it maybe is the screen or something. It's probably a capacitor is just old and it needs to be repaired. But it will eventually come on here. So I'm going to pause it, and I'll bring it back as soon as the video starts to take shape. And so there we go. The skinheads have taken Madonna hostage. And, as you can hear, there is no... I'm just checking which one is the volume. But there's no volume control. And I don't think even the gamepad is 100% at this point. Such a glare. It's just old school... get my ass kicked. There's like no good way to like show this. The brightness is all the way up. And that's the that was another this had a good like screen on it in terms of refresh, but it was never I don't know, man. Like, can I actually fight? I can jump. Well, let's see if the multi-cart works. The problem with this particular game of Vigilante is I just don't even know if this hue card is 100%. I don't know if this is going to do anything for us either. That's part of the whole purpose of this show, though. It's called Will It Work? Yeah, there's a menu there of some sort now. Yeah, or that's just like screen burn. Yeah, I don't know. The multi-cart thing is, it may need more power or something. Although it says PC Engine TurboGrafx, looks like there's a dip switch there. Let's try switching it. Okay, so I got it to work after switching it. We have Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition. You know, multi-cart. Although I don't think any of my buttons work. But we'll hit start and see. It doesn't matter. It'd be Blanca. Be Blue Blanca versus Ken. Yeah, see, the buttons just aren't functional. Now, I've used this maybe 10 years ago or something, and they were functional then, so something has just failed. Again, it's not unusual for these old electronics to have a capacitor problem or something. They're made in such a way that they fail, and there's probably just that, and oxidation has probably got in here and it needs to be cleaned. And it's one of those things where I can do that, and at some point I probably will, but this isn't going into a showroom right now or anything, so I'm not going to break out the cleaning stuff. I'm mostly interested in finding the systems that are completely dead. And on a side note to that, I have found a couple of Pong systems that are PAL region, meaning they're from the UK, and I have not gotten them to display, and that's something that is it's hard to say if it works or not because I can't get a display out of it due to the PAL thing. So I've purchased a few more things to try to get PAL working. I'm waiting for that to arrive and see if I can get some video for PAL. And I'm trying to make these videos better as we go. But, in terms of like refurbishing some of these systems, it's a shame because TurboExpress is pretty cool, but not right now. And in the future, if I do refurb this, I'll make an update to this video, and, we'll see what else is on this multi-cart. And if we get sound and everything out of this, it'll be really nice. But that TurboExpress, it works. It's a keeper, but it definitely needs some TLC. Okay. Thanks for watching, and let's see what's the next one.